Hi, Mark. I wanted to show you how to use the forms. We're using forms in a couple of different places on the website, and I want to show you not only how to create a form, but how to make that form show up on a particular page or in a particular spot. So we're going to start by going to the Forms tab. Sorry, I do have a sinus infection or a strep throat. They weren't sure which, so I'm sorry if I sound funny. Okay, so you can see I created two different types of forms. There's a basic contact form, and then I created a sign up form. And we can create more than these. We can create one for each event, or I'll show you when we're in here. We can maybe use one form for several events. Let me show you what I mean. So I created this form, and if you wanted to take a look at it, or if you wanted to come in here and edit it by adding another piece to the form, you just click on edit. All right, so you can see over here in the main area, these are all of the parts of your form. Over here on the left, these are pieces that you can add to the form. So I have first name, last name, physical address, city, state, zip, the country, their email, their phone number, and then I have a choose your event, and then the submit button. Now, I don't know what your application needs to look like. So when I understand that better, I can either come back in here and add more to this, or you can do it after having watched this, hopefully. So up here at the top, you have a couple of more tabs. These are all only related to your form. The emails and action tab, that's where you create the settings for what happens after somebody uses your form. So in here, you will create where the email goes to let you know that somebody filled out this form. It'll send a copy to the person who filled out the form. And then there's also a place where you can create what's called a success message. So after they filled this out, they hit the submit button, then it shows up on the screen, hey, you filled this out correctly, here's what you submitted, and we'll get back to you in a couple of days. And we'll go through all of those on a separate page. Your settings, it's just a few more details, not anything that you have to worry about right off the bat. If you click on the preview button, it'll show you what this particular form looks like on your website. So this just pulls up just a basic page. This is not actually put anywhere on your website. It's just it just populates it so you can see what it looks like. So you can see all of the basic info. It gives you a drop-down list so that you can pick what state you're in. You input that. You can choose what country you're in. It's automatically set to the United States. It gives you your email and your phone number. Now, this is what I was talking about, where we might be able to use the same form for multiple trips. This gives them an option to pick the trip that they want to take. And you can put in an instruction with this, and we'll go back in and do that here in a minute, that says, please only pick one. And all of this really depends on what you need your form to do. Since I don't know exactly, I just kind of set up some options for you to check. So coming back in here, one of the really cool things, let's say we want them to pick their event right off the top. All you have to do is drag and drop. Now I'm on a Windows-based system. I know you use Mac. So I just used my left mouse button to drag and drop that. You can open this, and here's what I meant by you can give them a little bit more instruction. So choose your event is what the label is called, and then let's say pick one, please, or pick only one, please. Let's see what that looks like. So I'll come back up here and show you that in a minute. We're just going to click save, and then we'll see what that looks like now. Okay, so it says choose your event, pick only one, please. I don't know, I don't know if that's visual enough. You can put a space in there, whatever. The point is, it's an option. If we go back to the form, if you want to go with this layout, you can add a new box, and every time you click add new, it's going to give you an extra option. So let's say that September trip, I don't remember what it was, annual fishing trip, let's just call it that. And then I'm just thinking off the top of my head here. Okay, so we now have 5 options. And we're just going to come down here and click save. Click preview. And now you can see they have a lot more options. So when you fill this out, actually, I'm not going to go into that right now. Okay, because I don't have a whole lot of time for doing this video. Anyway, if you wanted to add another area, let's say you want them to fill out or like tell you a little bit about themselves. You just left click on whatever it is for the field that you want to add to your form. Down here under the label, tell us why this trip is important to you. Okay, none of that stuff should be important. Let's see what this does real quick. I clicked save. I'm gonna take a look over here. Okay, so it gives us a text area. It doesn't look like it's a very big area, so, and while I think that doesn't matter, like you can type as much as you want, most people visually might not understand that. So there might be another way to like make that look bigger, and I will do some research onto that if that's something that you feel like you want. If you like, let's say we don't want to do that, they don't need to do that part of it, and you want to remove it, you just come down here and click on remove, you tell it yes, and it's gone, and then you just resave your form. Okay, I'm going to come back in a second video and show you how to use this form inside of one of your events.